How's it going, guys? It is Panjno here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys the ultimate guide on increasing your internet speed on both wired and wireless or Wi-Fi connections. This will help speed up your overall browsing experience, speed up file and game downloads, help web pages load faster, decrease buffering with inside of YouTube videos, and for those of you looking to get the best gaming experience possible on your connection, this will also help reduce your latency and ping to any game servers to ensure that you guys are getting the best networking or internet experience possible. This guide is fast and easy to follow along with, and you'll be seeing some fantastic results if you do follow along with as many steps as possible within inside of this video. And speaking of results, if you guys are happy with this video and are happy with your results, please do consider giving this video a like, as it does help me out tremendously, alongside leaving any results, comments, questions or suggestions for other content you'd like to see come to this channel in the comment section down below. And if you guys do enjoy this sort of content, please do consider pressing the subscription button alongside the bell notification to be notified instantly whenever a video goes live on the channel. With all that said and out of the way, let's get straight on into the video. Before going ahead and changing any settings within inside of our PC, it is first of all recommended to navigate into the description down below, where you'll be seeing two speed test benchmarking tools. First of all, you'll be seeing Speedtest, in which I'm sure most of you are familiar with. But inside of it, we're then just going to set this to the default settings and press go. We can then use this data to compare to our new results at the end of this guide after applying all of our optimizations. You can then also go back into the description down below and run the Sam Knows real speed connection, which will tell you what speed you're receiving to the actual hub or router of your connection, and then the final speed which is actually reaching your PC from the hub. So you can see how much of a data loss there actually is compared to the internet connection you are receiving. And remember to come down to show more metrics so you can see your latency, jitter and packet loss. Before we're going to be jumping into the optimizations themselves, it's first off recommended to ensure that you guys are running on the latest version of Windows and also the latest drivers for your network adapter or Wi-Fi card. These are both very simple and easy to do, and it's recommended to do these at the beginning to ensure that you're running on the best version of Windows so that we can fix any errors in the operating system by updating this, and the same goes for your network adapter. To see if there's an update to Windows available for you, navigate to the bottom left hand side, click on your Windows button, type in check for updates just like so, then click on the check for updates tab, go down to the check for updates button. This will then accumulate any and all updates which are available to your operating system. There may be some major updates available, such as a brand new Windows version, and if these are available to you, it is recommended to go ahead and update to those versions of Windows. You'll be able to keep all of your data, files and settings, you will lose absolutely nothing, and you will gain a faster, snappier and more responsive feeling operating system. Next off, we're actually going to be ensuring that we're running on the latest updates for our network driver, whether that be through wired or Wi-Fi. To do this, navigate to the bottom left hand side, click on your Windows button, type in network space connections, just like so, then go to view network connections. Alternatively, you can just go inside of the control panel, go inside of network and internet, then go over to network and sharing center, then navigate over to change adapter settings. This will then list all available network adapters for your PC. The one we're interested in is the one your PC is actually using. This may be Ethernet or wireless depending on what your setup is. So navigate over to the network adapter you are using and you should then see the name underneath it. The only network adapters I'd recommend updating would be if you have a Realtek network adapter, Intel network adapter, or a Killer network adapter. As you can see, for me, I'm currently running on a Realtek adapter on this PC, so I'm going to navigate into the description down below where you'll be finding 3 links, one for Realtek, one for Intel and one for Killer. Click on the link which corresponds to the network adapter you found on your PC. For Realtek users, you'll be brought to this webpage found here. Scroll down to the Windows 10 Auto Installation Program, click on the download button next to this, go inside of the folder which is provided, scroll down until you find the setup, double click on the setup, select yes, and if you are already running on the latest driver, it will then ask you if you wish to modify, repair or remove, and if you're running on an older version, this will automatically start the update for you. If like me, you are already running on the latest version, it's recommended to just quickly do the repair, press next, and allow this to repair so it will fix any issues the driver might be having. For those of you that found a Killer network card with inside of your PC, navigate down to your link in the description down below, scroll all the way down to the bottom to driver only packages, go to the Killer drivers installation, click on this, then within inside of it, go down to the grey download button, select download, the driver will then be downloaded to your PC. Last but not least, for any of you that see an Intel networking card on your PC, on the left hand side you'll click on Pro Win32 or Win64 depending on whether or not you're running on a 32-bit or 64-bit operating system. Click on download, accept the terms, and the file will then be downloaded. So we're now going to be jumping straight on into the optimizations to help you guys get the best internet speed possible and reduce your ping. For this, we need to start off by going into the description down below where you'll be finding the TCPoptimizer program. It's a very simple and easy to use program where you can modify your network adapter settings with inside of Windows. Navigate over to TCPoptimizer 4, click on this link, link, the program will then be downloaded. I'd then recommend putting the program onto your desktop. We can then navigate over to the program, right click on the program and run this as an administrator. Select yes. To start off, we need to navigate to the bottom right hand side to click on custom so we can edit all of these options. And we can start off by going to the top to the connection speed slider. Regardless of the speed of your internet connection, I'd recommend dragging this all the way over to the right hand side to max this out. I then recommend going down to modify all network adapters and checking this option, making sure that your MTU is set to a value of 1500. This now brings us down to TCP window auto tuning, set this to normal. Windows scaling heuristics should be disabled. Congestion control provider should be set to CTCP. RSS should be enabled, RSC should be enabled. TTL on the top right hand side should be set to a value of 64. ECN compatibility should be set to disabled. Checksum offloading should be set to disabled. TCP chimney offload, disabled. Large send offload should be set to disabled. And TCP 1323 timestamps should also be disabled. Once you've applied all of those settings, go down to apply changes, then select OK. You'll then be notified that some of the settings you've changed may require a reboot to take effect. Just simply go ahead and press no for this. Once we've completed this page of optimizations, navigate up to the top to the Advanced Settings tab. For the first box, we're going to be setting this to a value of 10. For the second box, also set this to 10. For local priority, we're going to be setting this to 4. Host priority is going to be set to 5. DNS priority 6. And NetBT priority 7. Max SYN retransmissions is going to be set to 2. Non-SAC RTT resiliency is going to be set to disabled. Initial RTO is going to be set to 2000. And minimum RTO is going to be set to 300. QoS non-best effort limit is going to be set to 0. QoS do not use NLA should be set to optimal. Network throttling index should be set to disabled FFFFF. System responsiveness should be set down to gaming, which is going to be set to 0. Even if you're just looking to web browse and you do not game, you should also be setting this to gaming. TCP ACK frequency should be set to disabled 1. TCP no delay should be set to enabled 1. TCP del ATK ticks should be set to disabled. Large system cache is going to be set to default 0, size is going to be set to default 1, and for the max user port we're going to be setting this to 65534, and for TCP timed wait delay we're going to be setting this to 30. Once you've got all of your settings set up just like the ones on screen here, we're then going to finally come down to apply changes once again, and again press OK. We're simply going to be pressing no as we're going to be rebooting our PC at the end of this video once we've applied all of the optimizations. We now need to optimize our network adapter properties. Navigate to the bottom left hand side, click on your Windows button, type in View Network Connections, just like so. Click on the View Network Connections panel. We then need to go ahead and select the network adapter we're currently using. This could be Ethernet or Wi-Fi, so click on the network adapter in which you are using. Right click on the adapter, go down to Properties. We're then going to start off by going over to the Configure button. With inside of it, navigate over to the Advanced tab found at the top. We're going to start off by going down to Energy Efficient Ethernet and switching this to disabled. Then coming down to Green Ethernet, disabling this. We're then going to go down to Power Saving Mode, ensure that this is also disabled. And if you have any other options titled Power Saving Modes, ensure that they are disabled. Upon turning off all of those features, we're then going to navigate to the top right hand side to Power Management, ensure that Allow the computer to turn off this device is disabled, just like so. We can then go ahead and press OK, and those optimizations have been completed. For this next optimization, we're going to be navigating to the bottom left hand side once again, clicking on your Windows button, this time typing in Run, clicking on the Run application. With inside of this window that opens up, we're going to be typing in gpedit.msc, just like so. Once that's then been typed out, go ahead and press OK. We're going to navigate over to the left hand side to Computer Configuration, go inside of the Administrative Templates, go inside of Network. With inside of it on the right hand side, we're then going to scroll down to the QoS Packet Scheduler, go inside of this folder. With inside of it, we're then going to be going over to the Limit Reservable Bandwidth, double clicking on this. We're going to then start off by going over to Enabled, going down to the bandwidth limit and setting this to 0%. Navigate to the bottom right hand side to apply this, then press OK, and we can then exit out of the group policy editor. We then need to look into disabling automatic Windows updates in the background. This will stop your PC from being able to download Windows updates whilst you're using it, playing games, web browsing, or whatever it is you might be doing. This will stop any drastic slowdowns you might be experiencing whilst using your computer. For this, you need to navigate to the bottom left hand side, type in Windows Update Delivery, then go over to the Windows Update Delivery settings. With inside of it, we're going to start off by disallowing allowed downloads from other PCs. We're then going to navigate down to the Advanced Options tab. With inside of here, we're going to be switching download settings off of absolute bandwidth, changing it down to percentage. We're then going to limit both of these percentages and bring them all the way down to 5%. We're going to scroll down to our upload settings and once again, limit this, drag it all the way down to 5%. Once that's then been set, go to the top right hand side and exit out. We now need to jump into the Windows command prompt to flush out all old DNS settings in which we've had, so we can implement brand new DNS settings to improve our browsing experience. For this, navigate to the bottom left hand side, click on the Windows button, type in CMD, right click on the command prompt and run this as an administrator. Once inside the command prompt, it should look just like this. We're going to start off by typing in ipconfig /flush DNS, then press enter. We're then going to follow that up by typing in ipconfig /register DNS, then press enter. We're then going to type in ipconfig /release, enter, then typing in ipconfig /renew, enter. Then finally, we're going to be typing in netsh winsock reset. Once that's all been typed out, once again, press it. And you'll be notified that you must restart your PC in order to complete the reset. Once again, we're going to be restarting our PC at the end of this video. So for now, we're simply going to be closing out of the command prompt. It's now time to actually go ahead and find out what the best DNS servers are to set up on our PC. For this, we need to navigate to the bottom left-hand side, click on the Windows button, type in network connections, click on View Network Connections, go back over to the adapter in which you are currently using, right click and select Properties. With inside of here, we're then going to be coming down to our Internet Protocol version 4, navigating over to Properties. With inside of here, we're then going to be going down to the bottom option, which is Obtain DNS Server Address Automatically, and we're going to be switching this to use the following DNS server addresses. For those of you looking for fast and easy results, you can navigate inside of the description down below and you'll find a list of DNS servers in which you can use and input with inside of this box, depending on which country you live in. For instance, the Google DNS server, which is one I do recommend, is simply 8.8.8.8, and the secondary DNS server is 8.8.4.4. So you'll just simply put in the number like so. So if you're looking for fast and easy results, I'd recommend using a DNS server found in the description down below. Now, for those of you who are looking to get the very best gaming experience possible for the lowest and most importantly, most stable ping possible, it is recommended to fine tune and run a DNS benchmark tool to find out which DNS server is the best for you and will provide you with the best ping. Navigate into the description down below and find the NameBench DNS benchmark tool. Simply navigate down and select the version which matches the operating system you're running on. So for us, that's going to be NameBench 1.3.1 Windows EXE. Click on this option, the program will then be downloaded. Navigate to the bottom left hand side and open up the file. Select extract. The only option we're going to be changing around is going to be the number of queries. I personally like to set this down to 50. Then navigate to the bottom right hand side to start benchmark. This will then proceed to run the DNS benchmark on your PC. Once the NameBench DNS benchmark has completed, it will then open up in a web browser and provide you with your results. Now I'm going to be blurring out some information inside of this video to keep my connection private. This will then provide you with a descending list of DNS servers, which you should use for the best results possible. You can see your recommended configuration based on the benchmark results in the top right hand side, so you can pick and choose from the list if you wish to do so, or just follow along with the DNS servers found in the top right hand side. To input these DNS servers, again it's very simple and easy to do. Minimize out of the web page, close out of the benchmark. We can then bring up our NameBench DNS benchmark results in the right hand side and simply copy them into our preferred DNS and alternative DNS server settings. So I'm going to be doing that now. Press close, we can then exit out of the results. Upon completing all of those steps, before we go back in and actually run our speed test again and see what our results are, make sure that you do navigate to the bottom left hand side, click on the Windows button, right click on the power option and select restart. Come back with inside of the video and enjoy your new results. Now before running our final benchmarks through the speed test sites in which I showed you earlier on in the video, such as speedtest.net and Sam Knows, it is recommended when you go back to these sites to run a few speed tests, so it's recommended to do about 2 to 5 internet speed test checks before you'll start seeing your final results. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video and are happy with the results. If you are, please leave a like on the video as it does help me out tremendously. Alongside leaving your results, questions, queries, tips or tricks in that comment section down below, as it's always fantastic to hear from you guys. And if you guys do enjoy this sort of content and wish to stay up to date with the channel, please do consider pressing that subscription button alongside the bell notification. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. I have been Panjno and I'll see you in the next one.